She's doing it again.
She's learned in the doorway.
Oh, she's too hot, everybody.
So sad.
You try giving her a brush, get rid of some excess fur. Sadie's too hot, everyone. Sadie's too hot. Hello. It's a different way to start a stream. It's very warm again here in the UK, and as happened the last few times, we don't really know how to deal with it. Sadie is pancaking on the floor, bless her. She's too warm. It's just me at the moment. And I don't even have like a stream thing up on screen, so it shows how prepared I was. Let's get this bad boy open and do the old. It's stream time. Woo! Totally prepared.
She's gone hidden under the table.
Aww. Not happy, too warm.
Gotta get her hair. Isn't that Sadie? Or are you?
Aww. She's still just sort of sat there.
We'll go to bed now, so I'll have to close this door.
Well, I don't want to close it shut. Can you like just put the bin sort of like there, so it's literally like that gap, just so there's a little bit of air going through?
Can you keep it quiet?
I'll try to. It's really warm, so I don't want to shut doors.
Because you're noisy. Have a big mouth.
Oh, Nerwin, hi! Oh, thank you again for subbing. Mwah, means a lot. And you get the awesome ow! How do I always manage to like miss a bit of hair when I try to tie my hair up? There's just so much of it. Get in there. Now, Curls is a bit rushed off her feet at the moment, so she might be with us shortly. It may well just be me. We shall see how it goes. But I'm hoping that she feels better and is able to come, but also, if you're watching Curls, you gotta make sure that you're looking after yourself. There we go. Excuse me. God, I'm already yawning, so that bodes well. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's crack into warm up, since I'm already a little bit late. Nope, I clicked open instead of new. New, there we go. It's a bit large. There we go, 12. Sadie is not doing well with the heat. She's pancaking out on the floor. Put ice in her water, trying to help. Host 00312 is following. Why does that sound a little automated? Or maybe not. You never know. Tell if the at first I thought the music was a bit loud, but then I realised that my audio dial on my headset was like a lot higher than usual, which happens frequently for me. It's like very easy to knock this thing, and it sends my sound completely out of whack, but only for me. Ah, right. Two secs, guys. There we go. Thanks, guys. They're blocked. Thank you for the heads up. Gonna assume that that's done it. indeed. This is new news to me, but I'm not very good at staying up to date with news. It sounds like you guys are a bit more aware than me. Hello! Keep it cool in the chat. Keep it civil. Hello, how are you doing? There we go. If I twist the chair like that, you can get the fan on you. You alright, Sadie? You're melting into heat. No, she's too hot for a proper wow. There you go. Sit there, and the fan will be on you. There you go. Hello, Cor. No, it's too warm on the chair. Too warm on chair, going for box instead. Going in box? Or is box also too hot? There we go. In this chat, we love and support BD1. I can condone this. This is the absolute truth here. We love BD1 in this chat. Big circles to fill the page. Warm up lines. music is not helping my Minecraft nostalgia. Just thinking about Minecraft and thinking about Blue in the gang. Yes, we love to see it. Love to see it. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. This music reminded me that the last time we played FF6, we had the opposite of the Tom Berry encounter, where in the game there are like 8, or I think it's 8. Yeah, I think there's 8 dragons that you have to kill, and you can unlock something, and they're all like mini, pretty hard boss fights. But we've like been playing and leveling so much that now they're not as hard as they used to be. Like the first 2 or 3 kicked our ass, but like the last 2 we've just kind of breezed through. And we saw one. We saw the sprite. They have overworld sprites, so we saw it on the map, and we were like, "Ooh, okay, we found another dragon. Time to prepare. Make sure we got a good group and stuff." We go into the encounter, and the sprite of the dragon is like this big. And we all just kind of go, huh, it's kind of small. Okay. Be careful though, it's still a dragon. And then we like send our most powerful caster forward, and we're like, okay, it's an ice dragon. Fire 3. Max damage. And we all just sort of looked at the screen, and it was just like, and we were just like, okay, that was something. It was literally the opposite of what happened when we found the Tom Berry. Our Terra is like so strong. It is ridiculous. Like, as soon as we put her into Morph and tell her to do any of the 3 spells, it's always just 99999, like the number can't go higher. We're always doing max damage with her, so it's just like, yeah, we're gonna take Terra with us to go face Kefka. Feel like it would be a bit silly to do it otherwise, and I was like, well, you gotta take her anyway, because, you know, it's freaking Kefka and Terra. Look, it's called Fire 3 in 6. I don't know what to tell you. In number 6, it's called Fire 3. Oh, and we found the Esper called Ragnarok. It teaches you Ultima, which is wonderful. Immediately giving that to Terra so that she can learn it, even though she already does max damage. But she's learning it anyway. We're a little bit in the grindy portion of the game that is so well known for JRPGs, of where we ground up all the characters' levels. But also ground up their espers so they can all learn spells. I know it's meant to be Firaga, but in the game it literally says Fire 3 in the box. That's how my brain registers it. I know it's meant to be Firaga, but that's how it is in the game. Oh, she's left the box. She has left the box. It's look. Everybody thinks that whichever system they're used to is the simpler one. It doesn't matter, guys. It's whatever people are used to. It's too damn hot. I said when we absolutely train wrecked the ice dragon, I was like, I'm forgetting which dragons we have and haven't done now, because this is back in the era before games were kind to you. So I'm like, which ones have we done and which ones are we missing and where are they? So we've done ice, storm. Earth was the first one we did. We've done ice and ice. So we did earth. That was the first one we did. Ice was the last one we did. Right before we did ice, we also did fire. And then past that, I'm starting to get a bit fuzzy. I know that there is a holy one that we haven't done yet, because we defeated the dragon, but then went and fought something else and got KO'd, so we had to. It rolled us back to the last save, so we need to go do it again. And I think there's a green dragon in a forest that we haven't done yet, because we haven't found it or something. And I think there's a dragon in Kefka's tower? We've not set foot in Kefka's tower? Even though you technically can do that from like the moment you start the second portion of the game, because the second portion of the game is like open worldy. So you can just sort of go wherever. But we were like, let's not do that just yet. Okay. Warm up, Pokemon. Pangoro? Going? Oh my god, girls. Please. Oh, internet, never change. Oh, back in the box. Pangoro. I know, right? It's not helpful. I have this problem like almost every week because you can't hear the Minecraft music, but when it comes on, I'm always just like, oh no, it's so chill. And it's also very nostalgic. Ah. Excuse me. See? I'm dying. Yep, them's the nostalgia times. Look, I'm feeling so nostalgic for Minecraft and the RP days at the moment that I'm like literally on the cusp of getting like a server put up. I am being 100% serious. It is something that I am considering right now. That's how nostalgic I'm feeling at the moment. I'm not using my new hotkeys. I assigned new hotkeys and then proceeded to forget about them. added like 2 new songs to the stream playlist because they weren't on there because literally because of language, but then I realised that we swear anyway when we talk, so that was kind of pointless. It slips out okay. Sometimes you just, need to find the right word. Yeah, I'm the same. I get told, back when I lived with my parents, they were always like, we hear the language you use and it's awful. I'm like, I can't help it. I'm sorry. Honestly, I think it's partially a generational thing. I honestly think that people from our generation care less about using swear words. And maybe that's due to media or whatever, or the internet. I'm sure loads of people will find somebody to blame, but yeah. Yeah. It's it's an auto mod. Okay, there's probably a setting somewhere that I can change. A long time ago there was a little talk about me doing streaming that tied in with work. I think that's kind of gone out the window now, so I was making steps towards being a little bit more PG for that, but I don't think that's happening anymore. In and out of the box, Sadie. I gave you these privileges, I can take them away. I said this to Curls last night, but I got to play D&D at, like, a table for the first time in literally, like, 2 years, and oh my god. Like, it's so good, but just so different. Like, role-playing face-to-face with someone is just... It was a good feeling. Very good feeling. Yeah, getting to roll real dice. And I was using my chunky ones as well. Oh boy. It's the good clicky clack. Look, we all know that we take any opportunity we can. That's why when we're DMing, even though we literally have Roll20 in front of us, we're like, I'm just gonna roll D6. I rolled a 2. Even though there's literally a dice roller in front of us, we're like, well, I gotta use my dice. Gotta use my dice while I have the chance. We all do it. I have dice to hand and also coins for flipping. This was the coin I flipped to decide what I was going to do with Zal when Zal was asking Tyler to trust him. Just flipped the coins like, okay, I trust you. One fear. No fear. I'm gonna need more dice. One fear. I had a newfound love for Pangoro because I got a perfect Pancham in Pokemon Go, so of course I was like, oh, I kind of like this now. Because it actually made me look at Pangoro and I was like, it's a pretty cool design. Yakuza Mob Boss Panda. This is actually kind of cool. Ow! What's the matter? What's the matter? Are you warm? If you come sit on the chair, you'll be by the fan. Yeah. Go on then. Up you come. Ow. Go on. Ow. Ow. There we go. Yes, there we go. Excuse me. Pangoro's got 3 fingers. Hello. Thank you for the health check, Stanji. It's just me. Remember, guys, you're all obligated to do it as well. Ooh, there it is. Yeah, it's too hot again. I thought we were past this. Is it still going to be warm tomorrow? I'm pretty sure it is. Life is pain. Ugh. And it's probably going to be worse tomorrow because the humidity is going to be higher. Or at least the weather app says that the humidity is going to be higher, so it's going to be worse. Can I ban someone for incorrect temperature usage? Thank God this Pangoro isn't an Ursaring, else it might murder us where we stand. Can't wait for Legends House. Yes, it's gonna be so good. Ugh, keep yawning, it's not good. It's not good, it's still got like, you know, another hour or two of this. Oh, you can't settle, can you, Sadie? You're too warm. I put ice in your water. Make sure you're drinking it. No? Okay then. That's just what people want. I'm fine with Sadie, but a car is more irritating to me. Excuse me. Boop, and go up a bit. There we go. Because his feet's gonna get cut off. I apologise for the silence. I don't have anyone to talk to. And obviously if I was commentating on a game, I could react to what happened in the game. Somebody give me something to talk about. I'm very self-conscious of the silence. Right, so the session we had in person, so this was Spook and Standy's idea to run pseudo, not one-shots, but micro, oh. My Discord is muted! Right, this should be fun, guys, because I don't know how Streamlabs is going to cope with the addition of a new source. Because I've done this previously and it's been like, I hear no audio. So it could be a quick stream refresh. Let's start the noise, I suppose.
Hello.
Whoop. Stream.
Can you hear me?
Stream. Have we got sound on the stream?
Stream, can you hear me? That's probably more important.
Hell yes.
She sounds good.
It actually works.
She's here. Hello.
Hallelujah. Hello, friend. I have missed you.
You've been like 12 hours without my presence, please.
I'm allowed to miss you.
Aw, you nerd. Yeah, hello everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome, hello from Box Hell. Can I I'm indecisive about whether or not I put my camera on, because
You don't have to. You don't have to, it's fine.
I'm like visibly frazzled.
Oh, bless.
He'll use her mod hacks again to be able to talk on
the
screen.
stream.
You're damn right I did.
Hell yeah.
Apparently my energy today is very aggressive, sorry chat.
It's all the packing you've had to do.
Yeah, I'm in packing hell, so I'm very aggro apparently. Had a strong disagreement today with some coffee.
Oof.
I have not been able to recover from it. But for clarification, my relationship to coffee is still ongoing, but coffee's relationship with my white clothes, unfortunately, was
Oh no.
was a problem as a handful of coffee grounds got into my white shirts wash, and now I don't have white shirts anymore.
Oh
so
no, that's the worst.
It's
How did that
a bad
even
feeling.
happen?
I don't know. It was the last lot of laundry that I did, so it didn't happen to any of my other laundry, so I don't know why it happened to just that lot. Wild. Yeah, I've had a weird day, chat.
Big oof.
But I have been able to access my desk now, which is a big upgrade from like 2 hours ago.
Hell yes.
Thank you for the background noise, everybody, for entertaining me in chat. While I desperately yeeted boxes across the room to be able to stand on my floor again.
Wild. You have so much stuff.
Yeah. It's weird because it's not like a huge amount of stuff. It's just like physically it takes up a lot of space. So it's a lot of like big bags with like jumpers in them. It's like there's not actually that much stuff in there, but that in combination of like the bag with all my bedding in and then that pile of books, like it accumulates really fast.
Yeah, bedding
Especially
is
when I
definitely-
have like you've seen me operate in this, like I literally have like on a good day, like if you put 3 chairs next to each other, you could probably fit them. That's how much floor space I have going in this room. So it's been a time.
I remember when I was moving out from uni, like literally the last thing that I needed to take was bedding. So what I did was I literally looked like I was a backpacker or something, because I had my backpack of like a few bits of things and just a rolled up duvet in my bag, and I took the train from Wolverhampton back home because it was literally mum and dad had like come like the day before and they had taken like everything else, so literally all I had in my backpack was like the pajamas I slept in and like the last like box of cereal that I'd eaten that morning, and then the duvet, and I was just on the train with this duvet just like, God, I must look so weird.
That's how it goes.
Just going through Birmingham with a duvet on my back.
Historically, I have dealt with the like last few days of packing in a way that I don't want to vocalize because you would so strongly disapprove. But it has solved the problem. Unfortunately, I'm trying to pack in a way that's actually healthy for me. So it's just like weirdly like I've packed almost everything except like bedding, my D&D notes for Thursday, and like as I haven't dealt with my clothes yet. That's a tomorrow problem. But like I'm trying to keep out just like the minimum amount of stuff. I have an iffy drawn up. I might break down.
Let us see! Let us see!
I might fully break. Maybe I am going to put my camera on, because if Frog's going to show me an iffy, and I'm going to cry. She deserves to see it.
If the camera wants to cooperate.
I have to plug my camera in because it's not even... I don't know... Where the fuck... Oh, shit. Where is it, actually?
You've hacked it, haven't you?
I have not, because I need it for D&D.
Ah.
Well, she said it to me directly. The insult. It was a slight on my honor. Hang on a second. Hang on. So many bloops happening on my Discord right now. Hold up. Everyone, just wait a fucking second, okay?
Just hold your freaking horses for a minute.
Hold up. If it changes my audio output, I apologize.
Oh god, it did. Ah.
Hold up. Don't do that.
Do that.
This is the... there we go.
There we go. Jesus Christ.
This
I
is-
apologize
this is
for
the-
that
this is
stream.
the true
but
stream
I
alive.
don't know why it ever thinks. Hello.
Let's get the sources.
Hello.
Let me get the sources lined
Yeah.
up. Let's move that over there. See if
I don't know
Streamlag
where water is.
likes it or
Where
not.
the fuck did that end up? Oh, it's in this basket over here.
Ta-da!
Hello.
That way. That's it. Ta-da! Jazz
Hi, hi, hi.
hands.
Hello. Okay. Right, I'm gonna open this message from Frog. And as I said, visibly frazzled. Oh my god! Yes, you're using the picture I wanted you to use! She's using as reference the perturbed owl photo.
Yes.
Of her being like, what is this? Look at her! She looks like such a mom.
Just because she is the mom.
She is a mom, I know. Oh, I haven't put myself at the right height. Oh my god.
When I sent
Oh, the little freckles!
when I sent my link to Frog for my Toy House, I was very aware that I hadn't like written a profile, and I was so tempted just to be like write like 6 bullet points of just like meany things of like, you know, pure of heart, dumb of ass, cause problems on purpose, stole Estinian's lunch money.
Perfect.
I didn't, but I was very tempted. I want to see this.
It's in the Fun Fantasy chat.
Let me see my girl. She's so cute. I love her.
Yeah. Yeah, I sent Frog. I actually did a bunch of screenshots of Iffy specifically for art reference that were. Yeah. I was gonna request it later. Fair. Oh yeah, because the one you're doing is the meme one, isn't it? I don't even. I've been thinking about it, but I actually don't know yet for me. Because it's like a mix of like memes about character versus memes about player, right? It's like a mix.
Yeah. She looks so cute. That's my wife.
She does. She's so stressed out. I love that you've managed to get the like slightly concerned expression, which I feel like is the permanent resting expression of Evignia. Is just slightly concerned. I love her.
So do I.
She's a good bean.
the best. Exactly. It's just the old meme again of just
I can't see what you're doing.
Das knows what I mean.
That's fine, as long as that's.
It's fine. It's literally just the meme. It's just me, my friends OCs.
Ah, yes. This sketch is messy. That's fine. That's what the sketch is for.
Right.
It's still very good.
I should finish with Pangoro because I ended up spending way too long on this.
Yes, I derailed this slightly.
I spent way too long on Pangoro. I'm quite happy with him.
Yeah. I do like Pangoro. Pangoro is one of those Pokemon that's nearly been in my main team many times.
Same. I've never had one. But I do like it. Like I said, I like it more now that I got a perfect IV one in Pokemon Go.
Yes, I remember. I was watching the stream earlier,
Yeah.
so I could hear as I was frantically yeeting stuff around my room.
Ah, I just downed all of my water.
Yeah. Managed to dig my water out the bottom of a pile of clothes because it was down there for some reason.
Right, we're back with this nonsense.
Yep.
We're back with this nonsense. We have chair. Somewhat.
Chair.
We have majority.
Now for the spear cat.
Yes.
That's her. That's my wife.
I will cause problems on purpose.
Unfortunately, I know this as your healer. As your healer, I am aware.
Look, half the time I don't even know where the damage comes from either. I just sort of blink and I'm just like, oh, what happened? I'm pretty sure I wasn't.
Trust me, the experience is the same, and I'm actively watching the hotbar. I'm watching the health bars, and I'm like, what?
I'm watching the arena and
How?
I'm watching the arena and I'm like, I wasn't standing in anything. This is bull.
I think it just happens to dragoons. It's not just you, it's every dragoon I've ever been in a party with.
I don't understand.
Wife, when was the proposal? Look, it's gonna happen one day, okay?
It was when they both bought each other birds. Independently.
That wasn't even them, that was us.
I know, but I'm making it them. Independently of each other, bought each other little birds.
Yeah. I have the bluebird to myself now.
I was with you when you got it.
Yeah.
We did a treasure map and the bluebird came up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, here you have it.
Come on, Spotify. Okay, he's listening to Heathers, what a surprise. Honestly, they might as well be married, because every time we put those characters next to each other, I'm like, slash G-pose.
It's true.
Time for cute G-poses.
It's every time we get close, the pair of us are always just like, kiss, hug, blush. We're just like, ugh.
Spotify, you good?
Oh no.
You can use Spotify. What? I've never seen this error alert before. That's so odd. Oh god, I couldn't screenshot it in time.
What happened?
It was like a exclamation mark in a circle, and then it said "search for something else?" question mark. I was like, "You okay?"
I think it was unhappy.
Squishes their faces together. Now kiss. That's basically me and Blue every time we play one of
Yeah,
those.
look,
Cannot emphasize this enough.
the day that I discovered that the Makoti stretch emote perfectly
Looks like a smooch.
it perfectly makes Exa lower her head to Iffy's face, I was just like, yep. Every time I'm just like, I'm just gonna smooch.
It's gross. We're gross. You also can't stop us by law, so...
I'm looking at some of the screenshots that you've sent me when you do your GP. Like, some of these are golden, guys.
They're a little spicy.
You've not seen these.
They're too spicy for public consumption. The one I did last night was actively cute, though. I actually was too tired. Was it last night? No. A couple nights ago. I was, like, too tired to remember I'd sent that to you. And then I did it the next day, I was like, actually, that's kind of cute.
It is, it's super cute. It was a cutesy one. It's also, like, for some reason I find it's a very good shot of, like, their size comparison as well.
Yeah. It's
Like-
because we were both, like, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
It only works because X is taller.
yeah, it's like Exa is taller, but for some reason the angle also makes her look more muscular, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because canonically she would have a bit more muscle than probably the Makote model has. Because
Yeah. Yeah, Exa always looks... I think it's the armor you're using makes Exa look fucking shredded. Which is, I think, correct.
she
like,
is
legally.
shredded.
Yeah. If he's all little, but X is fucking shredded. My Spotify's really unhappy. Just changed the volume for no reason. I know you're mad, God. don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just vibe, but
You are welcome to vibe.
I'm so tired, but I kind of want to do things.
Brain.
I said that I was going to do Final Fantasy Right this week, and because Frog is also doing Final Fantasy R, I was like, maybe I should do Final Fantasy stuff. But I don't love a lot of the prompts for Final Fantasy Right that are out so far, because they release them every day. They don't have the full list up. I don't love the ones that are out already, so I might not.
Fair enough.
Spotify, I'm gonna need you to work, bud. Because I can't think unless there's also sound. He's trying to avoid / embrace Catra vibes.
Embrace, very much embrace, because 100% today when you made the post, I was like again rereading X's like description that I'd put on Toy House, and then I was like, Google's Catra. I literally Googled Catra.
Cluster.
Because the thing,
we all have the same brain.
because the thing is that doing X's Toy House, like, it was sometime last week that I actually did it properly. Like, it's existed for a while, but I was like, oh, I'm actually going to put a small amount of screenshots on there, maybe write a little bit of it. And actually just the fact of her facial markings, like, not her war paint, her face markings, which are very hard to see because of her war paint. Because I was typing it up and I was like, what are they? And I was like looking Makote and stuff, and it's like they aren't like they're not like, it's not war paint. The black stripes that like almost every Makote has is sort of like birthmarks, like fur patterns essentially. They're cat stripes, and that got me thinking about Catra, because I was like, Catra has stripes on her arms, so I was like, it's basically the same as Catra's arm stripes in a way. The Exa has them on her face, but they're very hard to see. I didn't even realise until I took the like face on screenshot in daylight, because that was like literally this is a reference for her face because her face has got a lot going on. I knew that she had the 2 on her cheeks. She's actually got like 2 on her forehead as well, top and bottom, and like I didn't even notice that they were there until I took the screenshot, because they're so faint.
We're learning things. We're learning things here.
So yeah, so it's two stripes on the forehead, 2 stripes on the cheek, and then also she does her war paint straight over the nose, over the top. 2 stops with the dots. Yeah, you can see the screenshot. When you zoom in on the screenshot, you can actually see it, but it's not very apparent in game because you don't zoom in that much. So yeah, even I didn't realise that they were there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Makote have tabby stripes basically.
Yeah. Love to see it.
This is
Figmere and Exo have both got a lot going on with like face detail.
yeah,
Very clear on the screenshot to me. Nice.
good. That's why I took that screenshot.
I forgot that I went really hard on a Figmere's toy house.
You did. I have been looking at it. I have been looking at it because I was looking at my own screenshots, but I was like, the whole point that I want this toy house is to be able to provide reference shots, so I need to get shots that are for reference. I got so many that are just like, oh, it's such a cool pose and aesthetic, but like it doesn't show like the armor or you know, half the face is obscured or something. So I'm like, it's a good pose, but not a good reference. That's the difference.
Yeah, I need to sort through Figmere's because I have 16 photos on here and none of them are very current. I also don't have a single one of her canon glamour on here. But I've specifically taken a bunch of reference pictures of her canon glamour, so I've just got them.
It's nice that you can sort them on Toy House to like which ones you want on the front page, so that's nice. You can sort of prioritise the ones that you're like, these are the main ones.
If anyone's curious, I'll put X's in here as well. That's a Figmere's.
Link them in the chat.
I can find X's really easily because I go through a Figmere's page.
Yeah, the 2 of them are linked because you can link characters. Which of my characters do you
That's
think
actors.
has the most links on Toy House? Which of my characters do you think has the most links?
Kirok.
Correct. Kirok is linked
That
to
made the most sense because I was like,
Kirok is linked to Glory, Tian, and Kika.
well, you have done my comments. Likes Ifignio Chocobos. I haven't looked at this in a hot minute. Likes Ifignio Chocobos, dislikes Xenos. What a mood.
Why?
Same, bitch.
Why?
Hard same. Oh my god.
No, Damara doesn't have any links on Toy House because
Yeah.
there aren't any characters for her to link to.
Yeah, like that was my logic for Kirok. I was like, people who have Toy House or use Toy House and then like would have characters
Have made
set up.
characters,
And I was like,
so-
Kirok's probably
So
the
Damara
most
doesn't.
likely.
Yeah, Damara doesn't have any links because Spook doesn't have a Toy House with Alistair on. Stungy doesn't have a Toy House with Nolsto on,
Yeah.
so there's no links there. So technically, Das could make a bunch of NPC profiles that I could link Damara to,
Yeah, that's true.
and then she would have links.
I'm gonna change her. Well, I remember I'm gonna change Ifignio's photo to the perturbed owl photo. Because this is the one everyone thinks of with her. Because it's just the most in-character picture I've ever taken. Yeah, I went through and backed up a bunch of my screenshots, so I have a USB drive now with a bunch of them.
Nice.
Yeah, it was... What was the number in the end? 298.
Your
wasn't
PlayStation will
even all
appreciate
of
not
them.
having all of that data.
Yeah, I think because it's a pretty beefy USB, so what I might do actually is clear it all off, put all of them onto that USB, put all of that USB onto my hard drive, and then literally wipe my PlayStation folder. Because I think that USB could actually fit all of the files. Because I just went through and picked the most important ones, or the ones I cared about the most, but it probably could fit all of them. Into the forbidden Twitter. Oh yeah, this picture also turned out good. But yeah, I think I massively interrupted when I joined this the other way. Were you talking about your IRL D&D or did
I
you
was
cover
gonna,
that?
yeah, but I'm gonna interrupt.
I'll let you.
I'm gonna interrupt
Okay.
myself actually. So before I go off on a massive talk about that, I'm gonna top up my drink because I have none. Because
Yeah.
doing all that talking will dry my throat out.
Correct.
So I will be right back and top up drinks and stuff.
Do
So
it. I will
feel
entertain.
Feel free to entertain.
Yes, I will do my due diligence as someone who was not here for half the stream. I say that and then my Chrome immediately stops responding. This might as well happen. The chat, if you're talking to me right now, know that I cannot see it. See if I can't brute force this. There it is, okay. Because I'm trying to save a picture and it's angry at me. Sees Ifignio. Save. Back chat. saving a bunch of reference photos from my Final Fantasy Twitter. Oh, yeah. How we doing, chat? What did I miss? I don't think I missed anything. I was mostly in chat. I was just over there losing my goddamn mind. What you missed, chat, while I was not here, is that all of this, and then all of where I'm currently sat, was up to about here in boxes, piles of stuff that I've managed to kind of finagle down to a manageable... It's still pretty high, but it's a manageable level, and I have access to my desk. And somewhere to sleep, which I'm mostly excited about, to be honest. I'm very tempted to write some Unsleeping City nonsense. Just because, I don't know, I've got brainworms about it. Not like any meaningful narrative, mostly just an area description that I've got stuck in my head. Hello.
I am back.
Pray return.
I have pre-returned. Ugh.
Oh, hello.
Right. Where was I?
Figmia's playlist is making me cry.
Oh no. You guys did it. I've managed to make a start on an Exa playlist, even though her character still isn't fully nailed down. But weirdly getting some songs is helping.
It helped me too. Like my music-oriented brain is well documented. Kaze, if it makes you feel better, Kaze is just there to hurt me.
I'm aware. I've seen Kaze. Right. I have been requested to share a Toy House code. I have plenty of Toy House codes.
Yes.
Let me go find one.
Wait.
I don't know why they gave me some, but I randomly decided to check and there was a bunch there.
Yeah. Wait.
Code 1.
Yeah, Fignia's...
Code 1,
Fignia's was
please.
a fun challenge because I wanted... Other than Constellations by the Oh Hellos, which is just her theme song, so for a long time that was all it was. I was like, well, I want like, kind of cosmic songs are easy, but like I want kind of chill indie music, but I don't want too much that's sad or anything that's sad really. It turned out to be a weird challenge. Like I wanted chill stuff that wasn't too sad. So I ended up with a lot of very wholesome, like, I believe in you kind of music, which is what I wanted for her.
Aww.
The only like sad one in here is before the line, and it's referring to a specific thing in game, but vaguely enough that I'm okay with it being in there. For those of you who are in Shadowbringers, you might know what event that is.
I do now.
You don't yet. You're not there yet.
Oh, there's
Shadowbringers,
another
not
one.
Stormblood.
Oh, there's another one.
But yeah, it's a lot of very it's a lot of wholesome. There's like a live version of Cosmic Love that's got a lot more harp in it than normal, which is very her. The one I was nearly crying about is You Are Enough by Sleeping at Last, which is just like the most wholesome song that's potentially ever existed. Yeah. It's great. It's a good little playlist. It makes me feel good. Gwen's is basically a riot. That's the dream. Yeah, I think like Iphignia's key songs are Constellations by the Oh Hellos, The Starry Night from the musical Starry, maybe Queen of Peace, Florence and the Machine. Potentially.
I only have 4 songs, and I've done what I don't normally do. As a first for me, where I've sort of made a note in the description of like what each song is meant to be.
Ooh.
It hasn't even got the playlist doesn't have a name, so it's just playlist number 41.
Oh damn.
It hasn't got a name yet.
Too late. I'm already following it.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, good choices. So you've got actual Final Fantasy music in that. I'm also tempted to do that.
I'm limiting it to those 2, and I want those 2 specifically to be the first song and the last song.
And the last one. That's kind of what I was going to do
So that's how I'm sandwiching it. But you can see in the description what those 2 songs mean.
Yeah. My heart. my little heart. My little gay heart can't take this. The logic with the thing is, if it makes you feel like a little wholesome, a little good, then I've done my job.
Yeah. Like, if anything, I got like a slightly better character idea of her lately because of stuff that happened in game.
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, some of that's just like you've played her for longer, so you know. But also, I think that Stormblood and then Shadowbringers Hardcore gives you a little bit of more personality for the Warrior of Light. Shadowbringers does it a lot. Stormblood does it more. Obviously, you had extra Heaven's Ward rights because you were a Dragoon.
Yep.
But it gives the Warrior of Light like a more palpable character. Like, it's hard to explain because it's not like a specific character, because you can still definitely put your own traits in there, but it makes it more obvious that your character has relationships with other characters. Like, you get like that feeling of like an established dynamic. And they're not afraid to lean into that as it goes on.
Yeah, because they've put in all the effort to establish that framework. It's not just you should care about this character because it's like, no, you care about this character because of all the crap
because you've
done.
been through so fucking much.
All the crap you have done.
Yeah. I remember also in Stormblood feeling like I really hit the ground with the character. Part of that for Iphignia was obviously the Azim Steppe, which is where she's from. So like being like, oh, I can really picture her when she was younger, and now I can see how she's grown. But yeah, Stormblood's good. Stormblood's good. Spicy opinions, but Stormblood's good actually. Yeah, Gwen's playlist is very good. I need to just sit down one day and just listen, because I know we all went through a thing of making them. Like one day, but I was at work. But I'm gonna go through and listen to everyone's properly. Because God knows I love a good playlist.
Hello again. Let's have a cuddle.
Is she here?
Let's have a cuddle. I'll keep it brief because it's warm. Oh, you're still so soft.
Oh,
Go on,
little
you.
chinchilla.
Yeah. There you go.
Phoebe's just been like, every time I see Phoebe today, she's the ultimate mood. She's just like, like flopped somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it,
Sadie was
Phoebe.
full on pancaking when Spook was
Yeah.
getting ready for bed before the stream started.
Yeah.
Just full on, flat on the floor, splayed out, and we were both just like, oh, she never does that, she must be so good.
It's too hot.
Okay.
Too hot.
Something needs to change here, and I'm just trying to think what.
What it is.
Need to be bold here, make bold strokes. Don't claw the chair, Sadie. So that actually needs to come further down. It needs to be like here. This needs to just come straight down like that. Yeah, that's what I was missing.
Keep going to upload things to Figuring This Toy House and being like, no, there's spoilers on that. Very hard. Very hard to keep spoilers out of reach.
Crunch.
A crunch. I have Oreos right here I may consume imminently.
I have Quaviers.
Avails?
Quaviers.
Goodness. Oh, I'm talking to you like you're a cat.
Oh, I just realised I need to update my toy house because Question Mark has a name now because I was forced to give her a name.
Hey!
Because I am playing her in the D&D game, so
Good segue.
DM Spook was like, nope, needs a name because I need to be able to talk to you and call you something, and I was just like, ah!
This is your cue to go off about that session, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just responding to a message. So yeah. Right, so as I've said to a few people, this is interesting because we are playing 2 characters at once, so that we have a full party of 4. Because we're just doing pre-written things. The whole idea is that we don't need to plan. So whoever is DMing, we're going to alternate between me, Spook, and Sanji. Whoever is DMing will just pull a book off the shelf and just run one of the pre-written campaigns, which are obviously generally scaled for a group of 4. So we were like, okay, we're all gonna have 2 characters to run, so that it's balanced. So we sat and made 4 characters. We realised as well last time that like we actually need to make 4 characters each, because the 2 that me and Stanji are playing for Spook's one, when we eventually finish, they will have leveled up, and then when Spook rotates with me and Stanji,
right, yeah,
whichever character's left, Stanji's, like if I'm DMing, Stanji's characters may be level 2 or level 3, but Spook's characters will be level 1. So Stanji also has to make 2 level 1 characters to then play with Spook's level 1 characters. So we realised that we're actually going to get to make more characters and get to play them, and I'm just like, oh my god, I have so many characters that I'm actually going to be able to play.
It's kind of a dream, actually. I said nightmare, but that's actually kind of a dream.
I get to look at the list and just be like, which of these do I want to make? So both of the characters I made are not new concepts. They're on the list on the document, but they didn't have names at the time. They were just concepts. So I've made the Eladrin Bladesinger, and what I have now dubbed the Azamar Warlock, who was the person from Curl's dream. Originally we went with human, but then Azamar just seemed like so much fun. And as I mentioned to Curls last night, as I was playing, I've come up with a rough character idea for the Warlock, at least, because they had the high charisma, so she was stepping forward more in conversations. And literally the concept that I've got is, because she's an Azamar and the Celestial Warlock, her patron, haven't decided who they are then, literally sort of found her as like, you're an Azamar, please do good things. In return, I will give you magic. And she was just like, I guess. It's like, but what if...
Such a good concept.
But what if, all I have to do is, like, spread my wings and turn on the holy lights, and people just sort of, like, do what I say because they're really impressed by how amazing I am. It's really, really easy, and their patron's like, okay, but what if you didn't do that? What if you were just, a nice person? And she's like, I don't know about that. I suppose I can try. And the Bladesinger is just a nerd. This is as far as I've gotten. Just a nerd with a sword, so yes, Varys, point 2.
Varys, point 2. Don't say that about yourself.
Hello again. Meow. Yeah, we had lots of fun. Stanji's 2 characters are both dwarves.
On brand.
And one of them is a ranger who really frickin' hates dragons.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me.
So it's great that we're in a dungeon that's got kobolds in it who are like, the goblins stole our pet dragon, can you get it back for us? And we're like, yeah, we'll totally do that. And totally not.
Yeah.
Totally
Your
not.
voice went into a different octave.
Octave? An octave?
Octave.
Gargage.
Georgia.
10 Gigers.
Tenajaris.
There are soft G's in Elvish.
What word are you trying to say?
I'm saying what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
So I'm just gonna make more dwarves.
And
Seacaster.
Seeker. Aramaya. Seacaster. I am so sorry, chat. Please watch Fantasy High. If not, please just watch this specific meme comp that it was up because we just recited the whole thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it was very funny because while my warlock and wizard were trying to talk with the kobolds and trying to get information, and not necessarily promising anything, just like, oh, where did the dragon go? And where did across the table from I'm trying to talk to Spook. Across the table from me, Stanji's face has gone like bright red as he is embodying the anger of his dwarf, just going, I hate dragons. And I was just like,
Fucking brilliant.
And even, at one point, I even went to the kobolds, so I was like, I'm just gonna have a talk with my friends for a little bit, okay? And just a nod, and I turned to Stanji, and I'm just like, are you okay? do we need to go? Are you... Yeah, so Stanji's other character was fine. So while I'm trying to have two characters roleplay with this kobold, Stanji is across the table trying to roleplay two characters fighting with one another.
Oh god.
As one of them's just like, hey dragons, and the other one's like, shh, don't say that, you'll get us in trouble.
Fucking brilliant,
It
honestly.
was wild.
I have to RP 2 NPCs in a cutscene. Fuck me.
I love your
In a
cutscenes.
scene. Yeah, one good cutscene's my D&D campaign has. Fucking hell. If I have to play 2 NPCs at a time, I already like freak out. So good on you and playing 2 PCs at once, talking to each other.
It was an adventure. I will give you that.
So chat, I put the meme that me and Blue were recounting. I put it in chat for you. Require no additional context. Blue certainly doesn't have any.
Nope, I have no more context than you guys do. But yeah, also just the good serotonin of like role playing at the table was just like,
Oh yeah.
so good.
Miss it. I miss it. I've never really had a chance to do it hardcore.
Yeah.
I used to do it a little bit, and I miss that.
Well, obviously we love role playing online, but there is something fundamentally different at being able to actually like give somebody eye contact and role play with them. It's incomparable.
Of course, it comes with its own dangers.
Oh yeah.
If I RP'd in real life with Kay, I think we'd kill each other.
I think we'd all risk killing each other. I mean, it was nice because it was also super chill. Because, like, if Spook was like, yeah, I need to read this paragraph for like 5 minutes so I know what's going to happen next. And me and Stanchi were just like,
Yeah.
okay. And we was like, went
yeah.
go made a cup of tea, browsed Twitter on our phones for a bit. It was like super casual. Because I know that, you know.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Yeah, because generally, obviously, you know, when we're in sessions and role playing, you know, not going to touch the phone and stuff because, you know, common courtesy. But it is nice just to not have to worry about being constantly in it. And also, I lost count of the amount of times that we as a group during that session were just like, Ranger! Because Andy's playing a ranger and Spook's been playing Shadow of Mordor. So literally every 5 minutes when it's like, next up in the initiative is the Ranger! And it's just me just going, Ranger!
Jesus Christ.
It was so dumb. Ranger! So dumb.
Hi, chat. Love the memes. Good memes, good memes. Memes, everybody, good memes.
Good work, team. Keep up. Keep up the good memes.
I'll go with the furniture, by the way.
Bit by bit. It's not terribly engaging. So it's
Thought I'd just check in
it's
before I
very
continue
easy
the
to get
conversation.
distracted.
Yeah, no worries. going to do? Minecraft villager noises.
Hmm.
I have my Final Fantasy folder open. Anything in here that's not done? Maybe actually no, which is wild. I know what I was gonna do. I love getting distracted 5,000 times. I was gonna put that picture we were talking about on Iphignia's Toy House. What I was actually gonna do.
Yes.
One of her and Axa.
Let's just copy this over. Toy House is always in spurts for me. Like, I won't think about it for ages, and then I'll load it up for some reason to check something, and then
Exactly
I'll be
what's
like, oh my
happening.
god, I need to upload a bunch of pictures, and I'm going to do a bunch of writing for it, and it just happens in bursts.
Yep, that's what happens for me too. I don't touch it for months and months and months. Then I'm like, oh.
I'm sure this isn't a tricky question, but who do you think has the most artwork out of my characters?
Oh,
Yeah. It's my baby girl.
I know you. I know who you are. Others use as characters. To work out how the tagging system works in Toy House now, because X is also in this picture.
I do somewhat know how to do it, I think, because I've tagged a figure in one of X's pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've just done it.
I got notifications. Cuz submitted new images!
It's only one. I put the cute one up.
9 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago.
Oh, right, you got
14
all of
minutes
them.
ago. It's only one! Doubt.
It's only one of Exa.
I follow you, I see when you I can see the picture of Kid that you uploaded.
True. Oh my god, I haven't talked about Kid on...
We haven't talked about Kid, let's
So I talked to you... Me and Blue broke the rules and we actually spoke to each other yesterday, confession.
straight.
So we have actually communicated. Yeah, because I got to play with a couple nerds on Saturday. And it was great. I only nearly got petrified by a cockatrice, and one of us only nearly got hit by a train. Other than that, it was great.
Hell yes.
Decided I will die for 5-0.
I feel like we
Team
all
brain.
would.
Team Brain Cell. Kid and 5-0 are Team Brain Cell. Combined, they have Uno Brain Cell. There is a dynamic between Med and Kid. I don't know what it is, but they have it. I don't think they like each other, but like they're both in the same party. So it's like we don't like each other, but we also kind of have to rely on each other. I think I said, like, what I realized, I think I said this to you, Blue, but Kid's a little, like, patronizing, to people who aren't as smart as he is. So I think that's kind of part of it. At the same time, Kid has to acknowledge that bed is made for wilderness, and he is not. I was like, oh, we need to track this person. Hey, Madrash, do you want to take the lead here? Out you go, buddy.
It's the acknowledgement of a different skill set.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get this thing, but you do, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, like, kid's a little shit, but ultimately he does respect. There is respect there. I think, is what that dynamic is. The Madrash, on the other hand, like, actually dislikes Kid would be very funny. If Kid thinks this is like a thing that they do, it's like a bit, Madrash is like, no, I actually dislike you, that would be very funny.
Are we cool? Is this a bit you're doing?
No, I'm deadly serious. I don't. Go away.
There we go. That's a little. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but I feel like if I try to make it perfectly symmetrical, I will give myself.
You will
a
go
headache.
insane.
Yeah. So it's somewhat symmetrical.
Symmetrical enough that the human eye probably won't perceive the difference.
You could probably tell if you looked at it, but
If you stared at it looking for the asymmetry, probably, yeah.
Again, I feel it's more the case of like, I will be kind to myself and try not to get it perfect.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I actually don't know what you're talking about in terms of symmetry. I'm like looking at it and trying to work out what you're talking about.
I'm referring to the chair because the chair's what I'm working on.
Yeah, but like what? I can't tell what part of it you don't think is symmetrical. So
There you
that's
go.
a vote of confidence.
When you get the middle guideline, you can see that the wood in the middle like isn't in line with the middle, but like only when you put the line there can you actually see that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if it was a problem, I would immediately see it and know what you were talking about.
That one, the bottom bit is a little bit too much, though. I will adjust the bottom. That's a little bit too skewy.
Warning, this is not a bit. 5-0 talking like a full, like, like data, like, sounds me. Examination complete. Hey, now. You can't take a chunk out of Kid, okay? He's only got 7 hit points. You either kill him or you don't.
There's no half-arsing this.
You either kill that boy or you don't. Guess he dies. Look, I'm okay with this. It's a little shit, I get it. He's kind of smarmy. Thinks he's smoother than he is. I just can't wait. I was saying this to Blue, but I can't say why on stream, but like, I can't wait for him, because he seemed like so smooth that whole session. I can't wait for his, like, true weirdness to come out. Yes. He is a profoundly weird person. So when places don't kill me, why would we...
Why would I...
Have you listened to anything we've said on this stream?
Have you listened to anything we ever say to you ever?
Just go off. Do what you will. The fact that you're drawing ROCs is already enough to kill us on sight.
Yeah, basically.
To be honest.
Got it in one.
Thinking about this song in context. You know, I said there's one song on here that makes me sad. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about the context for this now, and now I'm sad.
Oh no.
Something happened. I let it go. He's less Makote and more Lynx. I am fascinated by this now.
Interesting. She got tufties. Is that what it is? She got tufties.
Give X a tufties. Whatever you've done, we're we're probably big fans of it.
To be fair, it could be accurate because I haven't decided where she's from yet. I may walk into a zone that's like full of mountains and just be like, oh, this is it.
Found it.
It'll happen at some point. At some point I will walk into a zone and I'll be like, this is where she's from. Oh my god, the pair of them
I was
together!
waiting for the blue. Hang on.
Oh, the pair of them together!
Look at them! Oh my god!
I'm
Yes.
in love!
100% yes.
I'm in love!
They have like the lesbians from Falsetto's energy. We're the lesbians from next door.
Yes! I love him so much. Oh, I'm smelling so much my jaw hurts.
Love them.
Yes.
Iconic duo. God, their energy off of each other is so much.
I know! Seeing the pair of them together,
I think they look
iconic.
so put together next to X. like I didn't register how like. Yes, she looks like a disaster incarnate.
Name a better duo.
Not possible. It really is like refined femme lesbian. Messed butch lesbian.
That's it! That's them!
It's them.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Just staring at it. Okay, I need to build my.
I'm staring at it as well. It's so good. So good.
Big fan. It's the stream. Good job. Big dumb smile on my face. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
You good?
I'm just imagining the in-character interaction of like if Gwyn just walks up and like hands Extra and Iphigenia like a picture that she's drawn, and the pair of them are just like holding back tears, just being like, I love it.
I'm so proud of you.
It's going on the Guildhall fridge.
They really are the. What have I done? This is your power, Frog.
Oh, I literally have to stop smiling because my jaw hurts so much.
To your chair with renewed energy.
I've almost drunk all of my water again.
Haven't been drinking any. Whoops. Get some in a sec. Yeah, I didn't realize until people started doing the OC memes how young everyone thought their characters were, apart from like me and you. We really are the parents.
I mean,
How old
we
Kate
have,
thinks the
we have the parent role. I don't think X is that old.
Yeah, we do.
We just have
No.
the parent role.
Well, Figgy is not that old, but compared to other people in this FC, she sure is. I don't know how old Kay thinks the captain is, but not a lot. But yes, we are parents. We are the parents. See, I'm excluding Romanen from that because Romanen's immortal.
They don't have
Fame
ages.
should not be counted.
They don't have ages. I'm still in Fae Hell. From another series.
I don't know which one you mean.
Lying again.
Oh, right, yeah.
That bloody bell gets me every time.
You've been conditioned. To be fair, if you played it for me right now, I would also react to it.
Yeah. Literally,
In here.
literally the first time it happened in the first episode, I was like, wait, wait.
Yeah. Fully yeeted back in time.
I was like, literally, it was like, how long has it been? Like, freaking 3 years?
Years.
Years.
More than that. More than that.
Oh god,
Like
that's a
5 years.
That's a. I thought that was a moth. Is that a,
Not be.
oh god, is that a bee or a wasp? Oh god, I'm gonna have to deal with that because I'm not gonna be able to focus.
Good luck.
There's a freaking I'm gonna mute my microphone.
Bye, people. I will stay. I don't know what bugs she's dealing with, but I also really don't like bugs, so. I feel like I should do Final Fantasy things now. Maybe I'll just talk. I'm too tired to write, to be honest. I've been filled with Final Fantasy serotonin. Question, but does it if Ignia speak the Old Ori tongue? Probably, yeah. She's from the Azim Steppe, so she probably does speak. She probably speaks like a few languages actually. She probably speaks whatever they speak on the steppe, Doman, and that's before the Echo became her translator. So yes, I imagine she does.
I'm back. I've dealt with it. Oh no, what's happened now?
Frog! Fully killing me.
What happened? What happened? Yes! Yes! He's going on the fridge!
that's the way she speaks. Actually, this goes on the fridge. like a very
Yep.
I love the way that you simplify every Alexa with the ears.
I love little ears.
Oh. Love. Child. Favorite child.
Gently holds.
Gently holds favorite child. Oh my god. Didn't say that. I have no favorite children. Too many children in that game to have favorite children.
Yeah. Yeah. That wasp really threw me off because at first I was like, oh, it's a big moth, and then my eyes focused and I was like, it's a wasp, and then I looked at the clock and I was like, I've never had to deal with a wasp flying in my
After
room.
6 p.m.
Yeah, I was like, do they not go to sleep? Oh, we got another one.
Got it.
Thank you. I was like, do they not sleep or something? I've never had to deal with a wasp after like six. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
they're not
wild.
They're not nocturnal. I was like,
Nope.
what's that doing flying into my room?
Wild. This room's had a weird hellish feel all day because of the way this window faces, and also because there's been like a hot breeze all day. We've had like the curtains closed, windows shut, and then opened everything on the other side of the house. So like this room has been like full of stuff and completely pitch black all day. It's been weirdly hellish in here. Since we're talking about yeah, I'm gonna go my Final Fantasy Switch and see if there's more of like question for today.
Stonkles has asked you a question. I don't know if you answered it or
Yes,
not.
I have answered it, which is yes. It was a short answer. She probably speaks whatever they speak on the steppe, and then probably a couple other languages to be fair, before the Echo even came into the picture. Is she smart?
Yeah. Oh, Sadie's on the move again. Sadie's on the move again.
No.
That's in the next one from you, Sanji. That's in Stormblood, after Heaven's Ward.
Yes, Stormblood is the far east. That's Doma and that whole area. So you're not far off now. Probably, yeah, Frog.
Yeah, it's a bit late. You start to wind down.
The Warrior of Light question today was a very simple one. It's just what job do you consider that kind of one?
Oh, that's a very
Easy.
easy one.
Very easy. Those of you who are not in the know, Exorcist Dragoon, Iphignius is Astrologian.
Dragoon. You know how you said when we were asking questions that one stream, and you said how Iphignia carried the dye that she puts in her hair. I remember the other day that Exa is a botanist, and obviously botanists harvest pigment. So that's probably where she gets it from, and probably also where Exa gets her war paint from, is from plant
Oh
dyes.
wait, I had that in my head that like, it's very cute now. because in my head, like, she bought it from home, so she probably, like, ran out, because it's been years. Like, even if she bought, like, a ton of it and she only dyes little bits of her hair. That's why I think, a part of why she only dyes little bits on the ends, just because she didn't have a lot of it, and it was from home.
Aw.
But then, like, I can just see in, like, Heaven's Ward era, so being like, I found this, I think this is the stuff you use, and I think you're just crying.
Just part of the botanist guild. It's like, you know, I asked some people. They did some questioning about seeds, and we have a little garden patch in the back of the Free Company where she's like been growing these seeds, and she's like, oh, please be the right ones.
It's too cute. Legal. Sonic Antitower. Antitower's a great dungeon. Very short. One of the shortest dungeons, but very good. Oh, Antitower, right. Antitower's short because the cutscene after it is really long. That's why. Visually Shredder struggling with the FC because there's no crafting. Neither does Iphignia.
See, I don't
know. Iphignia's canonically got Weaver.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that while I have crafting classes on Exa, I don't know if she's necessarily canonically a crafter. I have put Carpenter on her profile. Oh no, Carpenter was on her profile, but I removed it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you're like, it's not a job, but like, Chocobo. Taking care of the Chocobos is your thing.
That's why I replaced it with. They took Carpenter off her profile and put Chocobo Trainer, which isn't a job, but that's what she does. Yeah. Because botanists can grow Chocobo food. Look how pretty she looks.
She's very pretty. Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
I guess for Iphignia, it's like, as much as Weaver is a canon job for her, more of like a hobby that she has, or like a practical skill that she has, because like how does she help the FC? She's a healer,
Yeah.
She's a very big time healer, and also she runs the FC. In the FC canon, obviously. Even when we're talking on stream, we're talking about FC canon, because it's just easier. Iphignia very carefully trying to explain to Trident that he's mostly part of the FC because Iphignia's worried about him and wants to take care of him. It's like no one in the FC really, apart from Exa and Iphignia, no one in the FC really has like a set job. It's just that Iphignia's worried about them and wants to protect all of them.
X is just there with like a piece of grass in her mouth, just like, I don't have a job either, and everyone's like, aren't you the Azure Dragoon?
Are you the War of Light? Take care of the Chocobos.
That was the one thing I did write on her profile at the bottom under trivia. Exa, while bearing the titles of Warrior of Light and Azure Dragoon, would much rather introduce herself as the Free Company's Chocobo trainer.
Love her so much. I'm not saying it would give him less of a complex. That's what I mean. It's like she'd be very carefully trying to not paint that picture, but that is the truth. Gwen is also part of this Free Company because the thing is worried about her.
You can't escape to the roof, I am the Azure Dragoon.
That's the one time you will be the Azure Dragoon. Why are you on the roof? I am the Azure Dragoon. That's the one time you will claim the title.
We like to be high, it's just part of being Dragoons.
What Bosch needs for.
Hey.
I know we've talked about this before, but I constantly laugh at specifically Heavensward, like main NPCs, so like your Emmerich, your Estinians, you know, your big Heavensward NPCs, like showing up at the Free Company house being like, we're looking for the War of like that specific, like picturing like Emmerich turning up and being like he was on a meeting with the admiral or whatever, and is like, I'm looking for the War of Light, and everyone's like, I don't know, I can't help you. You try the stable.
See, with Emmerich she'd be fine, but if it was anyone else from Ishgard, she'd just be there, just be like, tell them I'm not here.
Ignia's like, I'll handle it, because she actually likes Ishgard. Representative from Ishgard's here. Shh, turn the lights off. It's Emmerich. Oh, okay, he's okay. He can come in. We'll put tea on.
Close the gates! It's Emmerich! Open the gates!
I've changed my mind. Picturing close the gates with our Free Company's design, which is like all very open and nice. I mean, technically our Free Company at the moment is like a hidden Free Company because our front is a cafe.
True.
Then you have the secret passcode entrance.
It's because the Warrior of Light lives there.
Yeah. To be really on the DL, and also how many cursed relics we have in the library. I've stolen so many books from Great Google. We have to hide. We have to hide how many we have. Disney Cafe is just solely throw off people who come looking. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we literally have a cafe, and then literally like down the stairs, it's a war room. So. Picturing various NPCs visiting and being very confused. Going for more like questions.
Oh my god, lackadaisy, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what I actually don't know what the code is. Like I don't think. But yeah, Emmerich would know it. Emmerich would absolutely know it. So would certain other NPCs. The thing is, certain NPCs would absolutely have the code, but if they actually came, they'd be like, it is feral in here. Like, the people. The albatross. Yeah, Gwen is the absolute test for NPCs that come visit. Like, did Gwyn kill you or accost you on the way in? No? Then you're fine.
The exception to that is Estinian, who doesn't even make it down the stairs.
Yeah.
because
Eventually
Exa
gets to
honed in
Iphignia,
on
and
him.
Iphignia just pulls out the Planetarian and was like, I'm sorry. I know I said you could come in here.
He doesn't even make it to the building, he just steps into mist, and it's just like, X's head just turns, and she's just like,
It's arrived. Iphignia's like, I invited him here!
It's like maximum big sister energy of just like, I am obligated to dunk on you when you get within 20 feet of me.
Valid. Oh god. I'm looking for the Twitter that does the or like questions. And I just scrolled past that screenshot of that one NPC that called Iphignia voluptuous or whatever it was. Oh my god, that was in the fishing quest. Yeah, the legend said you were svelte, but failed to mention how voluptuous you are. It's like, ma'am? I am on a fishing quest.
I was very happy with the speed that I found the most appropriate gift for that ever.
Yeah. God, go on, Ko. Taking Nemo's job here. Have I asked this one on stream before?
See, I would have said they were the centaur of attention.
Estinian Rise is just a row of FC members just glaring at him from behind a wall. Thinking it's like, I'm so sorry. I don't think I've asked this one on stream, but I've definitely answered it for myself, which is just, what would they do in a modern setting? Teacher, baker, social worker, what job would they have in a modern setting? I said for Iphignia, she probably works in AE doing really irresponsible shifts.
I reckon Exa would be like a personal trainer.
Oh, hell yeah.
Since she's the fitness person.
Yeah. God, she'd be Ricky Matsui. You don't know what that means, but I do.
I do not.
Good himbo ally. Yeah, for Iphignia I said either in A&E doing really irresponsible shifts, or like a crisis situation medic. Something like that. Some kind of emergency medic.
Oof. Big oof. I think that was one of the reasons we stopped playing Dodo, was because Heroes of the Storm games didn't go as long. And then Pokemon Unite came out and it was like, what if we just had matches that were max 10 minutes? And I was like, oh, that's nice, actually. Yeah, I like that. I haven't played Unite since Blastoise came out. I should do that tomorrow. I should give Blastoise a try.
Just scroll past another one on my feed that is specifically for ships, so your Warrior Light ship had to swap classes. How screwed are they?
Warrior Light and who, sorry?
Just whoever they're shipped with, so for us it's Iphignia and Exa. If they had to
wow.
swap classes, how screwed would they be?
Oh Jesus, Exa as an Astrologian, she'd freaking break the thing. She'd break the globe.
Planetarium immediately broken.
She'd try to like dunk it on people. She is not smart
You
enough
try
for
and
that.
dunk it on.
That took a good few seconds to register in your
I
brain.
was thinking about something else.
She does,
Like a basketball.
yeah, she does not have finesse. It's like she's
God.
dexterous because Dragoons do like loads of flips and stuff, but like
Yeah.
fine work.
It's detail work.
yeah, no.
God. I'm trying to think. I don't think Iphignia would be a bad Dragoon, but I think she'd just be a little too nervous. I think if she was like really carefully trained, she probably could do it. Like, she'd be like, "You want me to jump how high?" Like, she'd be a little too. It's too reckless for her. Gwyn cannot become a Dark Knight. Gwen has a sword now. Good job. Stange, that was just for me and Blue while I was scrolling past it. I'm amused, but I'm infinitely amused by the idea of Exa trying to hold a planetarium. Just like, I'm like, no, don't touch it. You physically cannot touch it. It's like, what do you mean I can't touch it? How the fuck do you do this?
Just grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
Firmly grasp it. Like that's literally that's like X's key trait of being like not just a Dragoon, but the Azure Dragoon is literally just catapulting herself headlong
full
into
reckless.
danger. So you gotta put your full body weight behind it, otherwise you're not gonna get the momentum.
Yeah, that would be a Figner's problem. She'd be too like jittery. She wouldn't be like full velocity enough.
Yeah. Everything about Dragoon is just commit.
Yeah, it's all about momentum. It's you're literally relying on the laws of physics constantly.
You have to throw your entire whole self at that thing, otherwise you're not gonna do anything.
Yep. Like makes me nervous IRL thinking about it. Like it stresses me out thinking about it.
Oh, I could never do that myself, but that's one of the joys of living vicariously
Fantasy.
through your OCs. Of just like having an OC who is like, you know what, yeah, I'm just gonna throw myself at this, and then comes away from it fine.
Yeah, and it will fix the problem.
It's like, yes, she is very overconfident and stuff, but that's because a lot of the times when she yeets herself at a problem, the problem does go away. It works.
That's how the Warrior of Light happens. That's why she's the perfect, like, canon Warrior of Light.
It's like, is it a nightmare to deal with, and is it very dangerous to be so overconfident? Yes, it is. But it keeps working. Which is why I think, I'm going to have to try to talk about this vaguely because of spoilers for certain people, which is why I think certain Stormblood stuff has, like, resonated a bit more with me, because I'm like, oh, now we've got, like, character stuff's happening.
Yes.
Which is what spurred a few songs to be on the playlist, because it's like, oh, Exa actually has things to think about now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for certain things. I'm so excited. Exa and Gwen having occasional scuffles. Sorry, I just got past one of the trying to find this fucking tweet. I just found the funniest tweet I've ever read. Right, let me go back to try and find it. Hang on. Is there a Twitter moment for it? Bless. A lot of these we've already been through, so let me go to the bottom. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's hard enough. I'm not gonna go for that one.
Oh.
If your Warrior of Light was gonna have another name, what would it be?
Oh god,
if you had to choose another name.
No.
You can barely pick one name.
I can barely pick their actual names when I make characters. The amount of time I spent deciding on Exa.
Yeah.
Like,
if they were a superpower, what would their superpower be? Genuinely good question.
I think, honestly,
I'm trying to think.
for Exa, just like a general invulnerability, which just lends to a character of like...
she's got kind of Superman vibes.
Yeah, of just like yeeting herself at stuff and like, you know, getting thrown through a building and then she just sort of gets up and dusts herself off and she's like, so here we go again.
Yeah, I see that. Frog, you are struggling to type, but bless your heart. Just Angie, that is a very good answer. Koto would probably be a baker, apparently. Which is very sweet to think
that's
of.
Really cute.
Yeah. Superpower. I mean, I'm trying to avoid the obvious one, which is just healing. I'm trying to think of like traditional superpower or like superpowers from existing characters, right? In my brain blanking on every superhero suddenly. I don't know, probably something to do with seeing the future. I feel like, because a lot of my, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Because other than healing, like that's what Astro is about manipulating fate, as it were. So I feel like some kind of seer powers, I guess. How would you describe their sense of style or aesthetic?
Flashback to Heaven's Ward. I don't know what to wear.
Yeah. Oh my god. Never wrote that.
Well, armor is suitable. Armor's fancy dress, right?
It's not. You're going for dinner with the Lord Commander.
Yeah, and he sees me in my armor all the time.
This is a burst of blood vessel. Oh, that's a good one, Stanchi. You have any super ability to emotionally affect or change people, which in most situations she would use to instill calm into people.
Oh,
It's a nice one. Iphignia's style, I think I've said before, is just dressy. Very flowy and things a little bit too formal.
yeah.
A little too dressed up for combat.
But on the rare occasion that Exa isn't like in her armor, she's probably in just like a sports top and like shorts because she's working out. So it's like,
Yeah.
hello muscles.
Hello muscles.
And everyone
That's
in
how you describe X's style, is hello muscles.
And everyone in the free company is just like, oh.
Ma'am? Gwen style? Okay, this is a B or C question. What would make them happiest? Wealth, power, peace, or love?
It's peace or love. I don't think wealth or power neither appeal to Exa.
I feel like I've got two answers for this, depending on where in the timeline we are. I think earlier in the game, power, because she's a healer. So, like, healer, being able to save more people. I think later in the game, peace. 100% peace. Power to protect the ones you love. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, power's definitely like not one for Exa because again she's so self-confident that like she's like, I'm plenty strong.
Yeah, I don't need help with that.
Like maybe there are things obviously in the game that shake that, which you know when I get further in the
That's
game.
the good shit.
Yeah, when I get further in the game, obviously then that may change. But like as a like probably because I haven't gotten too far into Stormblood, I'm probably like it's still in the mostly post Heaven's Ward mindset for her because I've not done a lot of Stormblood to it. So post Heaven's Ward, she's probably still very just sort of like I'm strong enough. Whatever the issue is, I can deal with it. So I'm not good at talking, but you want something punching, and I can do that.
And send me, yeah. Get that. Surprisingly good question, that one. Yeah, Figna's answer definitely changes though. I'm gonna ask for two answers for this one. Two variations on this one. If they were in desperate need, who would they turn to? I'm gonna say if you could have a free company answer, as a free company answer and a NPC answer.
Okay. Like, are we saying like dire sort of thing?
They were in desperate need is the wording of the
Desperate
question.
need. Okay, well, obviously Exa goes to Iphignia. But if it's... It depends on what the situation is, but my gut response was, ironically, Exa would probably go to Estinian.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's right.
Because it is the... That's the thing, you know, like, obviously I joke about her dunking on him all the time, but both for me and for her, it is a joke. Like, she does actually like and respect him, but it is the again, it's the playful older sister of, like, I'm stronger than you, so I'm gonna beat you up.
Hey, fuck you, right?
Yeah, that is 100% their relationship. So if it was a desperate, then yeah, she would go to Estinian.
Good answer. I wish that in the time it took you to give me that very good answer, I had thought of one.
Thanks.
She was in desperate need. The FC answer is Exa, probably. Or... yeah, probably Exa or Roman and Lulu. Like, one of those three, but probably Exa. For Gwen, Tradaine, and then Moab. Yeah, Moab is a good answer.
I just realised that the song that is playing is one of the four that is on Exa's playlist.
Hey,
it's a Mysteries Girl song, and that was one of the reasons why I put it, because technically this has a couple of swears in it, and I was like, screw it, I want to have this on my playlist. It's like, it doesn't even have that many swearing in it, really.
I feel like for NPCs, my initial instinct is to say Emmerich, but that's because he's my fave. Also, I think he doesn't really have the... do you know what I think the actual answer to this is? Thancred.
Ooh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that.
I forgot about the Scions for a minute.
Same, so did I. I feel like, yeah,
Exa and a Scion answer.
I think out of the Scions, Exa would pick Thancred as well.
Yeah.
I think
I feel like if something bad was going down and like just needed to do something, even if they hadn't thought it through, it's like go straight to Thancred.
Yeah, I think out of the Scions, I think Thancred's probably one that X is like, you know, she's like she bros with.
Yeah. See, for Thancred for me, because I started in Uldar, I've got that like base with Thancred. The first Scion that she knew. That's a good answer. And if if I'm going to pick a Scion and an NPC, I guess Emmerich was my first choice. That was a good question too.
That was a good question.
If I've asked this one before, what is their favourite weather/season?
See, I dislike summer a lot, so that bleeds over into my characters. I suppose I think my favourite is autumn, but maybe Exa does enjoy winter because I feel being a Moon Makote, she's not a big sun person.
Yeah.
So having the long nights in winter, I think she probably really, really likes.
Yeah. Favorite weather I know because I think it's just like sunny but really windy. I think that's because like the steppe very much has that feeling. Season, I don't know. Iphignia strikes me as a long evening kind of person. Like I guess like late summer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's when the evenings are just ridiculous. Like the sunset goes on for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah. What was the question? What's their favourite time of year?
Season slash weather. The specific. Oh, Das, I can make that worse, but I'm not.
Yes, we did a superpower question.
It's weird. Yeah, I feel like Gwen is such a Limsa kid that summer makes most sense.
So
Limsa is all summer, maybe.
Extra, I'm leaning towards winter. Maybe spring, but I'm leaning towards winter. Which is, yeah, unlike me, because I like autumn.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Both trying to lean away from our
it's not
instincts.
frickin' 30 degrees.
Season, me and Blue's most powerful season is incoming. Went anything but rain, yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking, that was the thing that I was thinking about Stangia, like, Exa probably enjoys a light breeze. It comes with spring.
Wind in this free company.
We have a lot of ties to the air and the sky.
That's true, yeah. I'm laughing at this one because I think I know your answer.
Oh.
How easily does your character get bored?
Very.
Restless Exa just like popped into my head straight away.
Very. This is
Give me
why
something to do,
she
please.
works out so much, because working out is something that she can focus on. But it's like the moment it's like, you know, like, oh, you can't use the gym or whatever because it's being cleaned. It's like, oh god, I'm dying of boredom.
Send me to do something, kill a dragon, please, Lord. I feel like Iphignia is one of those irritating people who's never bored. Like, not because she's always super busy, but like she's perfectly content doing nothing. It's like, how are you doing that? That saying, I don't think that happens very often for Iphignia. I think Iphignia just has... If there's not something for her to be actively managing, she is researching something or making a new outfit or... endless. It's endless. Jesus, there are some heavy ones in here. How much do they care what other people think of them?
Not a lot.
I felt that answer from her. How much- It sounds like Stanji that Iphignia and Kota probably have tea a lot.
Aww, that's so cute.
Sat in the cafe having tea, just very content with not doing anything while everyone else is restless. How much does Iphignia care what other people think? I think a bit. I think if anyone has to be like, I think if anyone in the free company is going to be like socially aware, it should probably be Iphignia. Like, of as much as I hate to say it, like the alpha no of the free company, being like thinking about their social standing and how they get on with various heads of state and stuff like that. Like, Iphignia probably manages all that stuff, so she probably does have a little bit of like social awareness and therefore a little bit of paranoia about how they're perceived. I don't know how much of that is her personally. In terms of like how she comes off, I don't think. She has like a resting high level of anxiety, but I don't think it's about that per se. Training's all anxiety. Very fair.
I think the chair's
And some
done.
of these... The chair's done?
think the chair's
Hell
done.
yes. It's 11 o'clock.
Which is, yeah, pretty perfect actually.
I doubt.
Oh no, is Trudane is just gonna be like friends with Kika? It's just like, congratulations, you've made anxiety character.
But though. That's what a Figna's there for, Frog. Guidance, as much as she is not. She's the blind leading the blind to some extent.
So with the
She's just concerned.
with the chair done, the main thing now is finishing off the cuts in the table.
Mm.
I might go in on Tala's fur again in some places. Like this rear hand needs loads of fur detailing because it's just flats. But like, I may mess around maybe with the colours or the contrast slightly a little bit. I don't know. And then that may be it. That may be it. So there's only technically, even though they may take a couple of weeks, still there's technically only 2 or 3 things that need to be done now.
Yeah, boy, we're getting there.
And then
That's right. Depending on how Thursday goes, we might have a great.
You can go on Tala's toy house.
Huzzah! Alright, should we call it?
I suppose so. Having a nice chat about our Warriors of Light.
Yeah. Hey, beans. Dare you all give me the Final Fantasy itch when I've got back away. I have so many Twitter tabs open of Warrior of Light questions.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna briefly end off on some more D&D stuff before I forget.
Yeah, do it.
At the end of the session that we had on Friday, had Max's character Louis. We were in a room where we found a bunch of treasure. It was like the end of a very long quest chain of puzzles and dungeons and things. So we found we got into a room and got a bunch of loot of like, this is our reward. One of the things that we found, without being too meta, I know were goggles of night vision. But they had a secondary effect when Max's character Louis put them on. He could see people's names over their heads.
Oh.
Which, of course, led to the main cliffhanger was Lucy's character Cersei, who has always just announced herself as Cersei the Great. Did not have the name Cersei over her head. She had a totally different name in the form of Victoria Fitzroy, and Fitzroy was an NPC that we had met a long time ago on another island, and the key thing there was that he was very anti-magic, very anti-witch. Cersei being a wizard. Cersei is a wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cersei.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. And also, we have Colonel Fitzroy, I should say. We have Colonel Fitzroy's bastard son with us. I.e. her brother.
Oh!
And that was, I literally screamed that, like, in the last 5 seconds of the game. I was like, she was like, what does that mean? And I was like, oh my god, he's your brother! But this was like,
holy shit!
but that was like, this was all news to her, because It's not a secret that she was keeping. It was all news to her.
She didn't know.
She didn't
Oh my
know. And the
God.
thing is that she still technically doesn't know because that was where the session ended.
Louis just knows.
Louis hasn't told her this yet.
Max is just sat somewhere sweating.
Yeah. Yeah. I was losing my mind. Because Cersei's
fucking dope to this
Cersei's backstory is that, like, she grew up in a tower with her quote-unquote father, who now she knows is not her father.
Not her father.
Yeah, and, like, he just died of old age, so she left, because she was like, well, there's nothing keeping me here now, so I guess I'm gonna go see the world. So she just...
my
and that was,
God.
like, it. That was all she knows. It's just like, you know, I was raised in a tower with my father. Not her father. Not from the tower. How did she
What?
how did she
God.
get there? There's so much going,
There's so much
so
there.
much going on, and like that's oh my god, there's so much going, and like that's not even to go on about all the questions that we had before, because more and more questions were happening because she doesn't have, you know, this is just more things that are going to make you go, what the hell? Cersei doesn't have a belly button. That was something that we learned that's not really been addressed, because again, we don't really know about it.
Implies so many things.
I know! I have theories, like, and she also has...
I do too.
She also has scarring on her hands that is, like, very particular. No, I don't think she's a simulacrum, because the scarrings on her fingers, from what I could see for the handouts that AJ did, they are literally down the very side of each finger, just down.
I was gonna say, she a construct?
I was like, the scarring down the side makes me think of webbed hands, and this is a naval campaign, so I'm like, how do mermaids and sirens work in this world?
Yeah.
It's like sirens is like, how do they work in this world? Yeah, it's like, because that is just so particular, just a scarring down the side, each finger. Like, there's nothing on the palms or on the back, it's on the side.
It's not like there's a seam there like
Yeah.
a construct
It's like-
would have.
No,
where-
no, because it doesn't go down her arm or anything.
No. Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like, what is going on? Because, like, when we went to the islands, because Ariash has this, Ariash is part of her, one of her ranger spells has Disguise Self, which she uses a lot because Drow. But she got warned when we went to this island, don't use that. And she was like, but I'm a Drow, and he was like, just don't use it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna trust you and I'm not gonna use it. And it turned out that this Fitzroy person has a real
Really anti-magic.
not even that, he's very anti-magic, but apparently he's got a real thing about shape changes. And I'm like, what happened? And now I'm like, did something like impersonate his wife, because his wife's dead?
Yeah.
I'm like, did something impersonate his wife, and then
Was his wife always a shape changer?
Yeah, is Cersei the result of that? I don't...
Oh my god. So much there.
There's so much going on. So yeah, that was the big reveal. Yeah.
I'm like speechless.
I don't know. I don't know. And like, literally, like, I think there was like a split second as well where people were like, the name, like, because AJ did this all with handouts, so she had the, you know, a picture of Cersei, and then Victoria Fitzroy came up, and there was a split second where I was like, Fitzroy, 100% know that name. Rapidly flicking back through.
Yep.
Because I've gone in the habit of bolding names, and I'm glad I do, because yeah, I found it, and I was like, Colonel Fitzroy, and I was like, Colonel Fitzroy James's father? The James that's back on the ship? The James that's got, like, a real weird vendetta going on with me right now. I ain't even got time to unpack all that.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that. Jesus.
I was like, he's your that was when I screamed out. I was like, he's your brother?
Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a fucking note to end
Yeah.
this on.
And of course, because it's me, I gotta make this small little caveat of Cersei's thing was like so mind blowing, and like literally before that, there was a little cherry drop on a little tiny drop as well of like, oh yeah, by the way, before all of that happened, is he put the goggles on, and it was like looks across the room because of how he was standing, so it was like pans over and it's like, oh, you see Haley's character, Clara Bellarose. You know, you scan over and you see Toby's character, and it's Gilbert Stoll, and it's like you just pan over, you see Ariash. Doesn't have a last name. It's all like foggy. There's like a blur
Oh.
where her last name should be, and then you look at Cersei, and I was like, oh god, now I got it. Okay, there's that as well, and then Cersei happened, and I was like, wait, what?
We'll unpack that later. Put that in a box.
So yeah, that's just gone in a box, and I'm like, that's gonna get forgotten about because I need to focus on this now because there's so much happening.
This has 100% of my attention.
I'm so focused on this right now, but also that is a thing that happened. Like, wow. Yeah, goggles of night vision that also show people's names. And true names, it would seem.
Ah. Nice. Anyway.
Yeah, on that bombshell, bid you good night.
Hi everybody. Thank you for joining us for this madness.
Crazy. Yeah, and D&D tomorrow.
Indeed tomorrow.
For the first time in ages, D&D tomorrow. Express me to toggle names.
Yeah. Press V to double in. Bye.
Bye.